What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and welcome back to the second video of 2021. In today's video, we will be going over all of the basically in-game leaks regarding unreleased or scrapped weapons, and instead of doing what most content creators on YouTube have done with these footage, I will be giving you as much detail as humanly possible, and even making own segments such as things that could 100% come in future updates to Battle Royale, all the way down to the things that are completely scrapped and you'll never see in the game but are just here for historical purposes. Now, before we get into today's video, I just want to say we are currently a few hundred subscribers away from 100k on this channel. So if you would like to support the content I create, consider subscribing with post notifications enabled to never miss an upload. But without further ado, let's give you all of the juicy information you came here for. Now, this video is not really fully me showing off stuff that I found in the game, so major props to the following content creators over on Twitter who are fellow data miners, and you should check them out. We have Hypex, who I don't think we really need to explain who he is. He's the biggest leaker on Twitter. We have his buddy Mix or Zimton, and then we have Mingo. These three people are where a lot of this information has come from. I have also gone into the game files just to make sure this is as correct as humanly possible so that I'm not spreading any falsified information with you guys. But with that said, let's show off the guaranteed weapons that, well, they're not guaranteed, but they have a super high likelihood of coming to Battle Royale in the near future. Well, first off, let's talk about the one we have background footage for. Thanks again to Hypex and Zimton for this background footage. This is the run and gun exotic SMG. It uses light bullets, it has a reload time of 1.7 seconds, a magazine size of 20, and does 13 damage to players. Now, the unique effect about this gun is that you walk/run faster with it, with the one downside of having less ammo in the magazine, and it does a little bit less damage than what you're normally used to with an SMG. Now, our next few weapons in this video actually don't have any publicly available footage of them, so I'll be showing the statistics of them and any tweet information I can give out regarding it. And keep in mind, some of these statistics may change before they release, the public build of Fortnite, where they ever come out, if they do come out. But next up, we have what Hypex called the Freeze AR, or when I had leaked it back before Season 5 started, the Brrrrst assault rifle, which is spelled Brrrrst, because it's obviously a joke around the whole Christmas frozen time with the whole just cold weather in general. And anyways, this gives the chiller trap effect when another player gets shot by it, meaning that if you get shot by this assault rifle, you actually get the little ice cubes on your feet and become a little bit slippery. Now, when it comes to statistics, at the time of me finding the images and stuff for this, it has a reload time of 2.5 seconds, it uses medium bullets, has a magazine size of 30 ammo per clip, and does 30 damage to player per bullet. Now, obviously, when this comes to the game, the damage to the enemy may be a lot lower, considering the fact that not only would it do a lot of damage, but it also makes them super slippery, and it makes it hard for them to basically evade from you, unless they want to build a wall, as they can't simply just do a 90 or something to stay safe because of the slippery effect of the burst assault rifle. Next up, let's talk about the Slurp bazooka. Now, obviously, if you can't tell what this does, it would do the exact same thing as the, medical bazooka we had last season, where you shot at people and they gained health. Well, instead, it would basically be like an upgraded version of it, where you would shoot it at players and they would actually gain shield or health based on the game files. Now, when it first got leaked, it showed that it has a reload time of 3.6 seconds and has a maximum magazine size of 1, meaning unlike the medical bazooka, I forget the exact name of it, this would actually only charge up to 1, and then you would have to wait for it to recharge, because this is kind of a more powerful version of it, just with the drawback of having to wait a bit longer. Now, thanks to Mingo, we have some more hidden statistics regarding the Slurp bazooka, which is the following. It would heal you for 15 health or 15 shield, depending on if you had full health. Obviously, if you don't have full health, you're not going to get any of the shield benefit, and it would have a explosion size of 200, meaning unlike the previous bazooka that would actually kind of track to your enemy, this one would kind of explode the shield around players, meaning that technically, let's say you're in a match with your whole entire squad and you want to make sure everyone everyone's gaining their shield. You can just shoot it at the ground and you and everyone around you would actually gain health or shield depending on what you need, making it a very important weapon for playing in squad matches with friends and trying to get the victory royale. Now regarding that whole situation, those are pretty much all of the exotic weapons left for this season. That is right, all of these weapons are set to be exotics in the future, the 3 that were 4 that I've shown in today's video, and that now brings us into our next topic, which I'm going to quickly say why these weapons would actually be having this like super high likelihood of coming to Battle Royale. The reason for it is, keep in mind, the code name for exotic weapons this season is Waffle Truck. And before the season came out, we had tons of exotic weapon leaks such as Dragon Breath Sniper, the tracking SMG, the thermal SMG, the Storm Scout, the Big Money, the Frozen SMG. We basically had a lot of things that were codenamed, which obviously, now that they're out, they're not called like Big Money or Frozen anymore. They have actual names. But every exotic weapon from that little list that I had posted before Season 5 started ended up coming out at a later date, and with that, that means we have a very small amount of actual weapons that haven't came out that are exotics that were planned in the past. Now, is there a chance that they don't come out? Yes. Like, for example, we thought the Brrrrst would come out during the Operation Snowdown event. However, we haven't seen it. Because of this, there's a chance that anything I've mentioned here doesn't actually come out. However, these are the things that have the highest likelihood of releasing in future updates of the game. Next up, we're going down history lane. We don't really have anything in the gray area of, oh, this could come to the game that I'm really showing you guys, but I have seen a lot of miscommunication regarding a few weapons that recently had footage recorded of them. Now, the following clips will be lower quality because I've ripped them directly from Twitter, from the Twitter user Mix I mentioned earlier, and unlike Hypex, who gave me a higher quality version of the Run and Gun SMG, I don't actually have contact with Mix at all. Now, these weapons, I just want to say right off the bat that I appreciate Mix for posting gameplay of this, even if people thought they were going to be upcoming, because at the end of the day, it documents the history of Fortnite and allows us to see what Epic Games used to test in the past and what it could have looked like if they ever decided to bring it to the game. Now, the first weapon is one that was added back during the season where we had, basically last season, where we had Iron Man and all that. It was a weapon codenamed Tinstack. Now, this one, I personally don't think will be coming to the game just because of the weird effect it has, as you can see in the background footage. Now, obviously, it has this weird effect, and I assume most likely that this was actually used to test the brand new graphic settings that next-gen consoles, aka the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X/S, actually have, as one of the big changes on those next-gen consoles is explosion effects, and this gun pretty much is just an explosive effect masterpiece. Now, the next few weapons, however, from Mix are the part that basically annoys me when I see people say incorrectly that they could be coming to the game, and it is the Troll Launcher and the Gnome Gun. And there is also this electric gun that isn't coming to the game at all. It's also a very old scrapped weapon, but let me quickly explain, while the background footage runs of all these different weapons, what they actually were. So the Troll Launcher and the Gnome Gun were work-in-progress weapons from Save the World. Now, according to my community over on Twitter, these weapons were actually used in the early alpha builds of PvP, back before Battle Royale was even planned and they were trying to build a PvP aspect into Save the World. Because if you don't remember, and if you haven't actually heard this at all, because it is kind of lesser-known information, Save the World back in its early alpha development stages used to have a very early version of a Capture the Flag game mode, and it would have been played in Save the World, but then obviously Battle Royale was made. So the weapons you see in the background footage are super old, and they will guarantee to never come to the game ever, because they have sat in the files since Chapter 1 and since the alpha days of Fortnite in all reality, and the actual chance of these weapons ever surfacing into the game where normal players could get their hands on them is slim to none. That is why you'll notice things such as some of these weapons, such as the little electric one, using complete just Save the World assets in general, as we've never seen that Save the World weapon model ever used in Battle Royale, at least not yet. On screen now is a pretty decent list of some of these weapons that were in the testing phases a very long time ago for Save the World that you'll never actually see make it to the base game. This is the Gnome Gun, the Copper Double-Barreled Shotgun, the Test God Gun, which I think this one's self-explanatory. It's an explosive gun that was tested just to be, you know, this overpowered gun in general, the Hydraulic Sniper, the Test Charge Rocket, and the Troll Launcher. Now, out of the list, the only ones I could ever see coming to Save the World or Battle Royale is the Copper Double-Barreled Shotgun and the Hydraulic Sniper. The reason I say this is because they use the exact same asset as something that's already in those modes. However, these two specific ones in the background image aren't actually used at all, and you should never expect to see these specific ones in the game. Because, honestly, when would Epic Games ever add a Copper Double-Barreled Explosive Rounds Shotgun into the game? Who knows, maybe in like a year or two this will be completely invalidated and they'll add an explosive shotgun. Anyways, I hope this video was informative and you learned some new stuff about it and potentially got you hyped for upcoming updates with the new exotics that I can basically guarantee to eventually come out. Obviously, there is still the slim chance that they get scrapped, as stuff is already getting scrapped all the time. But with that said, my name's FireMonkey and I am off to go binge some more anime. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.